Hello, everybody. You're all having a fantastic day. Second, just was forgetting to set up my phone here to see chat even more easily. I always forget until like a second before I start. I get better at that. Alright, there we go. Nope. And ready to go. So yeah, we're gonna continue Final Fantasy XIV. As you can see by here, we just pause out that music real quick. There we go, and let's continue the story. Ah, Yumala. It is good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Annex Shrine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidolfnir go well? Middling. As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Reichfelger. Of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has. But when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Okay. I have a question. Is everybody alright with me just leveling this class up more? Or should I wait? Off-stream leveling. I know it doesn't change much in the story, but I do enjoy playing the game, and I don't want to play it outside of,
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Charlian motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
And who is that I spy but young Alphonseau Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
Yay! Finding our lost friends.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
Back to, Master Matoya. Whee! Fly. I have a behemoth and claw. Let's put the claw on there. Let me just land for a second. We can fly around as the claw because the claw is kind of funny. Whee! It's just holding me. 6 fingers. Huh. Also like the little propellers it's got on the inside. Woo! And coming in for a landing. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? No, we'll enter the cave. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they are all true. They all are true. This way, rest assured, they all are true. This way. And have care where you tread. Give me box.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our Order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Cryle, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our Order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Onward then. Back to Tailfeather. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiances. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly. Do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Cryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split it into two pairs. Ishol and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Yumalai and Cryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvarth and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. All right. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you are finished making your rounds. On it. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. No, ain't seen him around, sorry. I'm probably asking Champ in here. I can never say his name right, so I'm just calling him Champ. What's that you've got there? A sketch? Can't say I know the face. Oh, you say he's something of a warrior? I heard tale the other day of a Hurrian vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. The way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding bull. Sounds like your man. Alright, got some intel. We can't go to cryo right away with that. So one more person to ask, just in case there's more info. Bill Mold. Mold. A Hurrian man? Hurrian man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river, west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Axe doesn't make sense. He usually used 2 daggers or a short sword. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Okay. Woo! Let us fly. So Loth asked Avath are the good guys, and Lost Ath Loth asked Noth. Nath are the bad guys. Now we wait. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not for receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter, with whom no one else is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. Are you implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as the day as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. is it now? Like, well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Kryle. Quite right. Panic. Nope. That big boy's back, apparently. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us at Loth Ast Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Key, please. Gonna go to Clark, because it's funny. He's just holding me up. Click, click. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Loth Astvath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you had certain dealings. How curious. This hunter, the hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend of Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly. And you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. Tick, tick. The fleshling, clothed in skins, came to us from some old. Lost and weak, he offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, and so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Click. Gone to Loth Ast Nath. Not long ago. When he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Nirvana is returned. The Dolphinir did say the Nath had grown as before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish it by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart. We must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Click. Alright, on with that. adjust these. That. That. Take that one. There. Now I can add different mounts later. Oh, I missed where I was going because I got distracted. Whoopsies. And done. I can do a lot of damage because I can set off both that and that for 2 dots.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Alright, let us go. Oh. Not that good.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
Yes, and?
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
He's a dickhead.
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
It's our boy.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path. And we...
It's on my bed. We shall meet again, is what he finished saying, or I accidentally clicked.
Warriors of
Stretched.
darkness? Really?
Thancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
That's fair.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the Altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
I love how they just have the squirrel blocking.
Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
I got thrown off a cliff on that fight.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
True.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Or a version of the Echo. One of the two. Blessing with the power of the Echo. I'm blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down Primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. Only to our primal, only to our, one of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how we found Yumala. Ah, the memories. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that we slew our first primal. That you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time the band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidolfnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Amaric's invitation. Since you seem to have your affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony has given me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait. Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Yumala. I shall explain it on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Fair enough. Alright. we go. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seeketh the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidolfnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good news, good things for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has once again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded, where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another. Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. A second. Something stuck in between my teeth. Regarding the Ishgardian invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emeric's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vidolfnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Izael. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Well, shit. And let's go to the Foundation. Here. Couldn't see them that well from where I was. Right. Let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and Dravanians. And our friends nowhere to be found? It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on. One at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted task and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you, as they found me. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalima and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray, do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. All right. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidolfnir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife in the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? Oh, good. The word that I'm terrible at fucking saying. The Chirurgeons? Chirurgeons? I don't fucking know. Tell me he will make a full recovery. But had Lord Edmund and Lord Artoel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning. Though not long after, buildings all round the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been doused in the fires, but for every one we put out, there seems to be two more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It is plain. These fires were started by the assassins' conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Yep. Then let us be about it. Understood. Oh, accessory coffer. Slaying or fending? Well, shit. I think my accessories are 255, so better than what they're offering. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise location of where the flames were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Stola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Yumala and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogues striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say it, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda, a scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. Remain here to coordinate the fire quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. Well, we could begin by shifting through the charred rubble and questioning random passers-by. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, hi. The infamous Lord Amanelaine de Fortomes, lover of women and wine. Though neither, though neither came, no, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for it. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had him in mind. Capital suggestion, you will I. He'll be on the crozier most like. He'll be in the crozier, most like. Making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Grizzles I will accept, but old? Oh, you do have white hair, and you're looking a bit scruffy, my guy. And tired. So. Scruffy, old, or scruffy, grizzled, white hair, rough. It comes across as old. Well, well, if it isn't you, Malai, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, my old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious. What do you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames after all. Oh, in that case, you were wondering why the Hoplin is awash with refugees? The lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in his ribs can keep him from doing his duty. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplin. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what this is. I know what that is. You are giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know, my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help you prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our effort while you question the refugees in Hoplin. You lie. I shall that I do this. I shall investigate the location where the fires were set. Would you be good to join me, Hilda? Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city. by your lonesome, can be. You'd only get robbed blind and and left shivering in your small clothes. I wouldn't say that. I think we could probably go toe to toe with my character and not win, but not lose. I think it'd be kind of a dead tie. Yeah, oh no, 210. So the 240 accessories will be pretty fucking good. 255s are right here. Clothing is 255. Alright. Up here we go. Vault Priest, we got a refugee, we got Healy. He's the closest one, so start with him. Come, my brothers and sisters. Come, my brothers and sisters. There is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Lonely's blessings be upon you, my father. I confess we're not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Gervanians. Trust your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? No, I'm investigating all the happenings. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on for far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search. But I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. There was a man with a satchel. Oh, 1 second. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot, I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Someone saved that kid out of the fire, but didn't stick around to show themselves. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed. But I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Ah, there they are. Right over here. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? require more than the muddled testimonies of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including the one set near St. Raymond's Cathedral, and another near the tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the two occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Maybe somebody of the church has something to do with it. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. About right down here. All right. Let's go searching for Alphino. Ah, right over there. Silence will avail you not. Will avail you not, sir. Ah, Yumala. Ah, Yumala. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the flames broke out. We wished to have a word. He did not. So we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You've got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands an occupational hazard, I suppose? But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. And you just incriminated yourself, dumbass. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work. He said, I left it behind. Tried to. with all my heart. Said my prayer every day. Said my prayers every day. Like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye. So long as you don't mind me if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it was worth a risk. And if the captain have called your bluff, must we entertain hypothetical? The world as it is vexing enough. The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. All right. Up we go. A lot of reading today. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Command. Ah, Lord Artois. Are you come to see your father? He's attending to Sir Emmerich, or he's attending Sir Emmerich in the chamber at present. I am. He bid me bring this out. Then do not let me detain you. And thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord, Artel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. Tis little wonder, Master Arthur. His father is widely slandered. His half-brother, not yet cold in the grave. Vending, yes. Give me those accessories that are slightly better than what I have. I can really just definitely use them. Ooh, they look fancy too. That here. Did they only give me one primal ring vending? They only gave me one. Come on, that's stupid. Give me two. Give me a box with an earring I'm not going to use, necklace, bracelet, and only one ring when you have 2 ring slots? Look, I don't need this earring. It's worse than what I'm wearing. By a long shot, actually. Damn. Get the House Photome's kite shield. And a wind-up pouch. Probably take those silver pieces.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets.
Sure.
I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Lord Orel. I've been saying his name the wrong way the entire time because I've only heard it now. That is very hard to say. Right. Spin the pillars. Usually I can teleport up there. And go to pillars. This is the closest place. Here. Oh. Also, I did check this last night. We are almost halfway through the game. It's been a lot of fucking episodes, but we're almost halfway there. Listen well. Listen well. We will enter the basilica silently via the gate. This gate. According to our last reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Gordon the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artoel? Fuck it, I'm bad at saying his name. You are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Amaric. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Alone as my witness, I will bring these fanatics to their to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. All right. Onward! Turn off my stance, that's why. Alright. That's one person saved. Ironbone. Huh, that's a name. Onward.
Down with you!
No, you don't. And done. Alright, keep hitting them. Alright, he's taking care of all them. Keep moving.
You underestimate me.
I don't do much damage. Actually, I think I'm out damaging both of them, so never mind. Doesn't feel like I do much damage. Sir Simon Art, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The words of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he's shown the archbishop. Like you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand, you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Artuel, Yumalai, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simon Art. Understood. Alright, must be this way. Let's take out the prior first. Come on. Bonds. Okay. They're safe. Keep moving. I go. Five. Come on. Bonds, come on. Jesus, game. I might have been misclicking, but come on. I know what I want. Alright. Back to, Sir Amric. I don't know where the last hostages are. There's more that way. Oh, his health is dropping fast. Ah. Oh, okay, yep. I did the right thing.
This knight does not yield!
That's right, just keep hitting me, Sir Simonar. The danger zone. Right. Last person to save.
Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, that'd be the right direction.
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh, Vidolfnir.
What? But I...
Daphne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
No, more than opportune.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of horsifying you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice. But one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emeric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Holmes Manor. Sorry. I always fuck up the names. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Yumalai. I wish a word. Tell me, does that seem quite well to you? I'm not sure how to put it into words, but so you sense it too. A subtle change, inexplicable at the most. I myself did not notice at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred can no longer be Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he's chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that the nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then. I should be on my way. Trial may have charmed Master Matoy for now, but who can say how long it will last? Alright, to Fort Holmes Manor. Yes, I would like to enter the manor.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room.
Oh, god damn it.
Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop.
My father will
There are
soon
some who
step
believe
down
my
as
father
head of the
complicit in a
house.
coup d'etat.
What he said before that I skipped because he took a long break and I didn't notice he stopped. He had more to say. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zemail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horchefon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horchefon. Will you be a brother to me as well?
Of course.
Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
It. Okay then.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Pieces of silver. This is thy proof. The Garen oracles? The Apocrypha. It is the truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit 'em. I fear it will be bloody. By Rulger, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one. All right. Sesame cookie. Buffalo, Yumeli. I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamin, Ori Boulder, and Poltenay. Really? Has something happened? No. It's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learn the Scion's good name has been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Well, quite. But what wonderful news. To think that our reunion is so close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alfred. Thancred and Cryer. What brings you two here? Cryer and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Yumeli, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Heidelin spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Heidelin commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the aether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Unfortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Yumalai felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. It was there that Heidelin intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Trial and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone, I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Yumalai come along, who will see to Flamin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well. I will trust in your plan. I know not whether the data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them in Limsa at the Limsan docks? Of course, a little homecoming for me too. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Just activate this because it needs to be activated. Right, teleport. Let me just check here. It is those docks, okay. Like that. This net right there. Oh, Yumalai, how have you been? Come here. Let me have a good look at you. thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do. It was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hainish vessel. Hanish, I don't know. It pained us not being there when you needed us the most. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Colonel? Studied and trained from dusk until dawn. We did. We would have sent word sooner. But we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us, at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. That is a thing. We are still looking for her. What do you mean she is missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. For certainty, there is much and more to be done. The braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. He's disguised. I like that.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every science. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Alright. Let's get to Revenant's Toll. After this quest, I might break for the day because I'm feeling a little bit off. I don't want to push myself in that regard. It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us, just beyond those doors, friends and family with whom we have shared so much. Gods help me. But the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Speak with the Scions, Rising Standards. Elaine, after me. It fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. We could do with more. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to the eye. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. 'Tis a tale we know well. We know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there is no need to be shy. Pray, grant me a moment longer, at least. Though I am happy to oblige you, my friend. My legs are rather less accommodating. Okay. When the Seven Hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona. Or you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. That for 1,000 days I trained, and that I might grow as strong as you. That I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, since that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the Hanish, didn't you? Or did you not? Your eyes do not deceive. I have studied the trials of the braves, and drunk deep the souls of mine enemies. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search. Tataru. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing. Others whom we cannot forsake. Well then, we'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalymo. Every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Of course. Let's take dad food. Alright, and I'm just gonna stop for today. I know it's a little bit of a shorter time today. I'm just feeling a little bit off. I don't think I've eaten enough today, and I'm starting to get a little out of it. So, I will stop for the day. Just check with this. Right, so yeah, I will end things off for the day, but be back tomorrow with more stream. So let me just double check who is streaming currently, and I will find somebody to quickly raid. Let me just bring that up and get some music on. There we go. Let's see who is still streaming. You know what? I'm gonna drop you guys off on another Final Fantasy XIV person. Actually, they're further ahead. Who cares? So I hope you all enjoy. I'm sending you guys to Character 0. Send them happiness and all that. And let me check something. I'll send you guys to Character 0. Wonky. So, if you enjoyed, leave a follow, that'd be great. If not, I understand. I also got a YouTube and a Twitter for you guys to check out. YouTube is where you'll find all my VODs, and Twitter is where you'll hear when I'm streaming. I just realized I forgot to put out the tweet today. Damn it. Oh well. Catch you all tomorrow.